I had $10 for every time I've heard somebody say I'm bad at remembering names, I'd be a very, very wealthy woman. We are talking about money, and I think one of the most important things I had to learn, people skills. And no matter how good you are at any other skill, it doesn't matter, because if people don't like you, they're not going to work with you long term. So I think picking up that little book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, I remember reading that book for the first time, and there's a whole chapter on smiling. It was like a light bulb moment when I realized that the reason people called me nasty names behind my back is because I came across as cold and mean, and that certainly wasn't my intention. A smile does so much, especially for a first impression. And so I remember one of my mentors used to encourage us to do smile ups, and he would say, I want you to look in the mirror every night and I want you to work on your smile ups. It's true, a smile really does break the ice, especially when you're first meeting someone. I used to think that people skills were something that you were either born with or you grew up around, because maybe you had outgoing parents or an outgoing older sibling, which could have been true. But as a person who is a natural introvert, I had to accept that I didn't have natural people skills. One of my top values is authenticity, and so I never wanted to come across as fake. And so I had to figure out a way to learn people skills my style, right? Being authentically me. The first people skills that I encourage you to master is remembering people's names. My awesome husband taught me this little trick for doing that. You know, sometimes people rhyme someone's name with something that's sort of like them, and that works sometimes, but there's a lot of evidence that shows we remember things in pictures. And so what my husband taught me was to say their name out loud. So let's say that their name was Pam, and to envision in my mind taking like a can of Pam, right? You know, the spray for cooking, and spraying it all over that person's face and making it as grotesque, as exaggerated as I possibly could, because your brain always remembers things that are unlike most of the images that it sees. It tends to remember that. And so, you know, next time I see this gal, Pam, I'm going to remember that visual, and it's going to stick with me. So that's one way to remember people's names. Another skill set that I think is really important under the category of people skills is giving sincere compliments. You know, I think that's one of the number one ways that you can break the ice, is to offer a compliment that is not only sincere but unique. You know, nice shoes, nice hair, nice shirt, nice suit, nice watch. Those are all great. You know, those are all good compliments. That's a great way to open up. But if you can say something just a little bit more memorable, especially if you only have a few minutes with that person to make an impression, like great smile. I mean, it's not that you never hear that, but it's more unusual. Or, you have an amazing energy about you. I appreciate that. They will not forget you, I promise.